Hey guys, it's GameFacer, and welcome back to episode 2 of my Napoli career. Now in today's episode, we're going to get through the first league game of the season. Obviously, it's going to be potentially a tough game. I think there might even be a little bit of a rivalry with this team that we're playing against. I think they're called Hellas Verona, I think is how I pronounce it. I'm pretty sure there's some sort of rivalry, at least there used to be anyway. So we'll have to wait and see how we get on against them. I think we should be able to beat them. We have a very good side. You can see the team that we have here. We're obviously looking to bring in some players, still trying to get those negotiations going and hopefully complete those deals in today's episode. Before we get into things though, if we could try and hit 100 likes, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Still trying to hit 15,000 subscribers as I'm recording this. I think we're about 30 away. We might have even hit it by the time this goes out. If we have, then thank you so much for that. Let's crack on with today's episode, and we are going to take a look at these deals currently that we have going on. Obviously, we've tried to put in a couple of bids last episode. Puleson was one player we're looking at, along with the centre-back as well, which I've never actually heard of before, and I'm not even going to really try and pronounce that surname. I'm going to call him Kaglar, just to make it easy for myself, and we're going to see whether we can try and sign both of them in today's episode. Obviously submitted those bids. We'll wait and see in the next couple of days whether we're able to sign them, hopefully before this game, the first league game of the season. Okay, great news. First of all, we do have an agreement has been reached with Kaglar, the centre-back we were looking at. £11 million, not too bad actually. Obviously Kirk has left in the last episode, so this is the replacement for him. £11 million we're pretty happy with, so we'll accept that. We'll move on to talking about his wage now. He's currently on 15 grand a week, and I think we can absolutely do better than that. We're going to delegate as we have been doing a lot recently. We'll start the offer at, I don't want to go too overboard, so we'll go 20 grand, and then we'll say don't go any higher than like 35. Or 40 is tempting. We'll go 35. I think something should be agreed, really, and hopefully he does sign before this game. Although, actually, I don't think he will, because we're actually on the day of the game. Yeah, that's correct. So it'll have to be after this game now when we bring those two guys in. Hopefully Pearson can be sorted out after this game as well. Fingers crossed that something can be agreed. Let's crack on with this game, and let's change on the team a little bit if we need to. Let's take a look at the team first of all. I might make one or two tweaks. No, I think actually the starting 11 I'm pretty happy with. We'll go with this. Pepe Reina in goal. Hayes Sanchez there at right back again. Correct me if I'm pronouncing these wrong. I probably am a lot of the time. Albiol and Koulibaly there at centre-back. Goulam at left-back. Alan Jorginho and Hamsik in midfield. Callahan, Mertens and Insigne as our front three. So a really strong-looking team. Got Guerrero, one of our new signings, on the bench here. Duara, a few other different players as well that we have on there. Didn't quite get our goalkeeper that we signed into the team this time round. And for those of you who don't know, I don't put a goalkeeper on the bench, so I have another option to play with. So we'll go Pepe Reina to start this game. We'll see how we get on, trying to open up the season really well by getting ourselves 3 points. Okay, then here we go. Going to be an interesting game because we've not done a pre-season, so this is going to be essentially our pre-season, the first few games of the season. So it's a little bit risky to do that, but we're going to see how we get on. Hopefully we perform really well. I'm really excited by the front three, so we should be okay in terms of goals. We'll have to wait and see that. I might have just spoken too soon there, but it's a great start. Insigne won it back. Callahan now back onto Insigne. Can we start off really quickly? Insigne to shoot, and he scores. It's inside 2 minutes. Insigne has opened up the scoring. What a start to the season that is for us. Insigne initially won it back, and eventually gets hold of it again and scores past the keeper inside the first 2 minutes. Win the game 1-0. What a start to the game that is. What a start to the series as well. It's the early start that we needed. Maybe we didn't even need a pre-season as well, judging by the way that we've started this game. I'm very happy with that. The front three do look really exciting though, so hopefully should be a good season ahead. Go on, great chance. Oh, what a hit. Smashes the bar. Who even hit that? I've no idea. But that was, what a strike that was. It's Jorginho that hits this one really well. You can just see the layoff and he just smashes it first time, hits the bar. And Jorginho from midfield there hits it really well. Jorginho, again, going to hit this one first time. Oh, this time the post. The bar on the post. Next one's surely got to be a goal for him. Oh, that's terrible defending. Insigne wins it back. Look for a back heel. Oh, it's a goal. And I think it might be Callahan that scores it. That is awful defending there. And Verona have just given away so cheaply in defence, and we managed to capitalise on it. Little back heel into Callahan. No idea how it's managed to find him. No idea how he's managed to find the back of the net after that as well. It's great interchange. Fantastic run as well. I think it was Insigne that chased him down initially. You can just see how poor that is. So slow on the ball. Look at that for a back heel. Opens up their defence and smashes it home. 2-0. We had a really good start to the game. Playing it around fantastically. Those front three look really good. Callahan, great chance here. He's going to go for a cross into Mertens, bit risky. Mertens gets there. It's a third, and there we go. Mertens scores, and that is one for each of the front three, I think, now. I'm pretty sure Insigne got the first. Mertens obviously getting the third with Callahan, who got the second goal. That's 27 minutes in. We made it 3-0. Starting to tear them apart. Mertens winning a header there in the box and finishes off really well. Past, I think, Marco Silvestri, the former Leeds keeper, in goal for this game. But really good header. Don't know how he beats this man to it. We've scored 3-0 and we have really dominated them in this game. For those who don't know, this is actually on Legendary with the sliders in favour of the opposition as well. We can always tweak the sliders if necessary, but I just think that right now we just have more quality than this current team. Well, hopefully it won't be this sort of landslide victory that we have against some of the bigger teams in the league. Ball through, actually. Good chance for them to try and get one back. And they have done. There we go. It's 3-1. It's as easy as that to pull one back. And it's just 4 minutes after we got the third goal. And they've got themselves one on the score sheet. 3-1 now. And they are back in the game. That is, I think, their first shot. Maybe second. Can't remember any others anyway. So it might well be the first shot of the game that they've scored past Reina there. Going to fall to Mertens for the volley. Hits it so smoothly. Smoothly over the bar though, unfortunately. Callahan on the overlap here. He gets there brilliantly. Can he get a cross in to pick anybody out? Oh, Hamsik was arriving but couldn't quite be picked. Alan now going to play it into Hamsik, who's going to shoot. Deflects massively over the bar net for a corner. 2 minutes now before half time. Good opportunity to get ourselves a fourth goal here. We've had plenty of shots. They did just have one and they've scored it so far. Koulibaly connected with that header, but it was saved. That's it for the first half. Still won the game 3-1. So far, I've really enjoyed playing with this team. Absolutely love the side. So many good players. Such a good attack in midfield. I barely feel like I've played with too many of the defenders because we've just not really been at that end of the pitch, but the attack in midfield are so good. And I'm very happy so far the way this team's played. One shot for the opposition though and scored it. It happens sometimes. Luckily, though, we are still well in front. Okay, all three changes here. We're going to bring on Guerrero, Unas, and Zielinski, I think is how you pronounce his name. Hamsik, Insigne, and Callahan all coming off. Obviously, Callahan got an injury. Insigne and Hamsik just going to be rested now for the final 20 minutes or so. No need to continue playing them. And we are currently, obviously, 3-1 up. We're going to have Guerrero play as a left winger. Going to give that a go. I like him as far forward at the pitch as possible, although he is still pretty good as a defender from past experience. We'll wait and see what he's like, though, on this game. I know I absolutely loved him when I played with him. I think FIFA 16, I think it was, and he was really, really good. That was close. Nearly got a second goal. That'd been an interesting final 10 minutes there. Pepe Reina just a bit slow to come out. Bazzini beats him to it, and he slips a ball underneath him, but it's wide. Still going, cutting inside, look for a cut back into Mertens, who opens up his body, deflects through. It's really unlucky, but we'll take it. Don't know why Mertens has dropped back so much. But like I say, we'll happily take that. The striker didn't get into the box, but he was on the edge of it. Really good cutback from Guerrero, gets himself an assist. And as you can see, the goalkeeper had no chance there. Winning the game 4-1. Good way to end the game with that goal in the second half. That's it. Won the game 4-1. Got ourselves the first 3 points of the season. Really happy with that result, actually. To be fair to the opposition, in the second half, they came in and had a couple more shots. I think maybe they had 3 shots, I'd say, in the second half. Yeah, 3 more. And they did actually do a pretty good job with some of them. So they just didn't quite have the finishing touch that we had. We managed to take, most of our chances there. 6 shots on target, 4 goals is pretty good. But yeah, very happy with the performance. Absolutely love playing with this team. There's such a good pacey side going forward. Great options on the bench as well. So far so good. Plus, to top the league as well in front of Juventus, who have previously played and won. On some player drills, going to focus on these guys yet again. We also did that last episode. We're going to continue to do it through this episode as well. We'll change things up eventually, but I'm just trying to get them up to, better overalls at the moment. Particularly the right winger there, Unas, who came off the bench. Obviously, he's left-footed. I think he could have a really good potential there and really good future in that position once Callahan obviously moves on. I think he's currently 30, so Callahan, not immediately going to leave or anything, but certainly looking to try and bring through the youngsters. Transfer offer in here for Gulam from Zenit. It's not the greatest offer, £13.5 million. It's a bit offensive, really. He's such a good player. I don't think he's 13.5 is ridiculous. He's going to need a lot more than that for me to part with him. I'm certainly not interested in getting rid of him either. Bid in here for Tonellini. Trying to remember who he is, to be honest. Oh, he's one of our centre-backs, okay. Clearly not on the bench at the moment. He's one of the squad players. No interest in getting rid of him. Also currently trying to sign up a centre-back, so we don't want to be having to replace loads of different players. So he'll be staying with us. I'm pretty happy with him at the moment. Okay, great news that it has been accepted there for Kagla. He's going to sign for us. 23 grand a week, I'm pretty happy with. He wants to be a sporadic first-team player as well. We'll accept that. Slightly where we've not heard back from the Pulisic deal. That's been a little time now. Assistant manager is currently negotiating. He'll get back to you once he reaches an agreement. Yeah, seems a little bit strange that nothing's been agreed yet. It has been, like I say, a little while now before we've heard anything. I think over a week, so maybe nothing's going to happen with that deal. But it's great news that we have signed a new centre-back. Very happy about that. Obviously, he replaces Kirikes, who left last episode. And finally, there's been an agreement. £9.5 million. a bargain, absolute bargain for him. I'll happily take that. That's what he's worth. So we'll accept that offer and we'll go into delegating, I think, his contract. Currently on 51 grand a week. We'll delegate and we'll start the wage off at 55. Don't want to go too high. And then we'll say no higher than, I think 85 would be too high, to be honest. No higher than 80 then. I think even still probably be quite high. But we'll go with that. Just gives us a nice sort of boundary to work between. Hopefully something can be agreed. This is another insulting offer that we've received. It's for our starting right back. It's a loan offer from a Spanish team. Is it Eibar, I think? Absolutely not. We're going to reject that. What is the point of that? I was starting right back. We're not going to loan him out. Okay, just one change to the team that won in the last game. It's going to be to bring in our goalkeeper, our new signing that we brought in. We're going to try and bring him in, and I'm going to hopefully try and work out how to pronounce his name at some point. Arizabalaga? I don't know, something like that. No idea. Pepe Reina, anyway, drops to our reserves. He obviously conceded a goal in the last game with the first shot that they had on target. That's the only reason why I'm doing it, really, and also just to try him out. I mean, he will come back into the side, Pepe Reina. We're just going to see how this youngster gets on. Hopefully, he plays pretty well, and we'll wait and see how he does. So let's try and make it 2 wins from 2 in today's episode. Hopefully, get ourselves a good victory here. Okay, here we go. Big game against Atalanta. We'll see how we get on. It's a home match here, so back into our home kit. I say back into for the first time, actually. I much prefer it to it's like a yellowy-green type one that I'm not a massive fan of. We'll go into hopefully be in the home kit for most of the season if we can help it. Let's see how we get on this game, though. Hopefully, try and beat the opposition. Hopefully have no big injuries. That looks a nasty one on Hamsik to open up the game. Got ourselves a good free kick opportunity, a really good opportunity actually. I'm just not very good at free kicks. If only I was. Mertens maybe our best option here, is he? Yeah, I thought we'd have better free kick takers, to be honest. Mertens is okay though, so we'll try and get up and over the wall, but not too hopeful. Couldn't even get it over the wall. Oh, that's not good. Allen here to shoot as well, gets blocked. Got to try and improve our free kick taking. Jorginho to hit from range, over the bar. Oh, ball through. What a chance. The first chance of the game, they've scored it. We've conceded again, and it's 7 minutes in. They've opened up the scoring. Atalanta here with their first shot. And they've just pierced open our defence. As easy as that. One pass through, and they've got themselves a goal early on. They won the first game of the season, and at the moment they're in front in their second game. So, yeah, an interesting start to the match for us. Not the start we wanted at home. You just see the positioning here. The centre-backs, too far apart. The centre-back and the right-back. Clearly something not gone right there. No idea where players position there, but massive gap in the defence, and they just run through and score. Oh no, it's 2-0. What has gone on here? Atalanta have doubled their lead 16 minutes in. Doesn't even feel like they're playing badly. We just can't seem to clear our lines at the moment. Don't know what's going on. And Atalanta have gone 2-0 up. Can't believe how quickly they've done it as well. Should be a very interesting game this one. There's going to have to be a real fight back on our hands here for the rest of the match because at the moment we're losing the game 2-0 somehow. I think they've scored with both the shots. I think they've had 2, maybe 3 shots. So they've been very clinical at the moment, but I don't know what's gone on here. Going to try and get the ball into our attackers a little bit more often. We haven't managed to do that so far. Good chance here. Thought we responded straight away. What a hit from Hamsik. What a save, though, to match it out for a corner. Great start to this game. Not so much for us. And, I think it's Gulam that hits it wide. Good chance. Good save again by the keeper. Yeah, certainly have a good few opportunities at Atalanta. I think it's not that we've been particularly bad. I think it's just been really good in this game. I'd probably give our performance at the moment maybe a 6 or a 7. They've probably been more of an 8 or a 9. So they've just, they've dominated us really at times. We've not managed to keep hold of the ball particularly well because they're such good runners in midfield, winning back the ball constantly. Good passes as well. So, yeah, an interesting start to the game. Going to be an interesting second half as well. I think scoring the first half is looking unlikely now. Might have to change something at half time. Mertens turning his man really well. Look for a ball into the box here. Jorginho! Oh, we had to score it and it's gone in. We've got a bit of luck there because I didn't expect that one to go and the keeper should do better. It's a mistake from him. And 4 minutes left of the first half. We have actually managed to score and it's now 2-1. We pulled them back. Got to get back on level terms now. Really good finish actually from Jorginho. Saw him running into the box. I could just see it in my vision. You can see that run into the middle. Completely unmarked. Hits it first time on this left-hand side. Just bounces over the goalkeeper who for some reason fumbles a little bit. Falls over. Suspicious keeping there. But we'll certainly take the first goal of the game for us. Half-time losing the game 2-1. Let's make a change or two at half-time. Don't know if I'm actually going to bring any subs on. It might just be tactical. We'll take a look anyway at the team and see how we can try and get ourselves back level terms. Okay, so Allen to come off. We're going to bring on Zielinski. He's going to go play as a centre mid for us. Jorginho drop back a little bit. We'll see how that goes. Trying to bulk up our midfield a little bit with someone a bit stronger. It was tempting to bring on our other holder midfielder, or other midfielder we have. Diwara, I think is how you pronounce his name. He is 6 foot, so it was tempting to bring him on, but for now I think we'll leave him on the bench. Great chance. Jorginho here to turn and shoot. It's blocked, maybe by a hand, and Hamšík tries it as well. This time it definitely was blocked by the hand of the goalkeeper. And out for a corner here. 25 minutes left, still losing the game though. Can't believe this. We've started much better in the second half. Ball goes in this time, but again, just can't seem to do too much from these corners. Don't have enough tall or strong players. Gulam coming forward, going to hit this one from range, and it's saved again. Okay, final two changes, Unas and Guerrero to come on. That means Guerrero's going to push a little bit further forward. Gulam's going to go play as a right back. Insigne at centre attacking mid, obviously change formation as well. He's set to going off as well as Jorginho. Insigne at centre attacking mid with Zielinski and Hamšík as our two centre mids now. Let's see how it goes. 20 minutes left. Got to find 2 goals ideally. Insigne over to Hamšík. Hamšík to shoot from range. It's got in. That's an equaliser. There we go. 14 minutes left. Hamšík hits it so well from range. Got very lucky there that no one's really come out to challenge him in particular. Sort of picks up the ball here. I think there might have been a late opportunity for someone to come out, but not quickly enough. Hits it so well from range. Fantastic strike. He's back on. Put us back on level terms. And now an opportunity to go and win this game in the final about 15 minutes. Loads of players back for Atalanta here. Great chance for us to try and create something here later on. Gulam being introduced as well. Looking to try and get as many numbers forward as possible. It's on to Insigne to shoot from range. Oh, it's flown in. What a finish. With 4 minutes left, we've scored what could be the winner, should be the winner as well. And it's 3-2 now with 4 minutes to go. Insigne with a fantastic strike into the top right-hand corner. What a hit that is. We just had to find a way through somehow. It had to be the long-range shot. We couldn't find a pass through. And he smashes it home as Insigne. Never expected that to go in. Hits it so well. I don't think you can get any further in the top right-hand corner than that. What a finish. And that could be the winning goal. What a comeback as well. I think we've managed to complete it. Hopefully it can stay like this as well. Let's go defensive, I think, now for the final 3 minutes. But that's a fantastic strike from Insigne. What a hit. Oh, good chance here for Atalanta. So still going forward. Guerrero trying to defend it. He's struggling a little bit. He's a much smaller player. They've come inside and it's saved by the keeper. It's a corner here in added on time. The goalkeeper's come up. Got to try and defend this if we can. Unas now going to try and clear and he should do really well. Come on, ref. Blow your whistle. It's got to be. Yes, there we go. 3-2 victory. We managed to complete the comeback. Got ourselves the 3 points from 2-0 down to a 3-2 victory. Really, really happy about that. One of the tougher games that I think they'll have maybe this season, or at least this first sort of part of the season anyway. Much tougher than the last game that we had. Really challenging game. Atalanta really gave us a run for our money there, especially early on in the match where they went 2-0 up after about 16 minutes. So a very impressive comeback though, especially in the second half. Looked much better. A few really good long-range strikes as well to get us obviously the win in the end. Insigne's goal was absolutely incredible. Never seen anything like it before. Obviously a few things to work on still defensively, quite clearly. They slipped the ball through there far too easily, but hopefully something we can work on in the next few games. 14 shots, 8 on target. Overall, deserved the victory, I think, there. On some more play drills then this week. It doesn't look like we're going to have that much progress, to be honest, with these players at the moment. It's a little bit slow. Hopefully, going to try and get them going up there as soon as possible. But you can see this week, only 2 stats go up across the board there. Not fantastic. I don't really know how we can try and encourage them to go up a little bit more. Okay, on to transfer deadline day now. We're going to try and get through this. Still waiting on the Pulisic deal. Don't know what's going on here. Is this going to be it? Accepted. Okay, great news. 70 grand a week, 5-year deal. 70 grand is quite a lot. It's a bit of a wage increase for him. Squad rotational player as well. We're going to accept it. Finally signed another striker. He's the 3rd striker for us now, because I think 2 strikers, you can't really go for a whole season really with 2 strikers. If there was going to be an injury, then we'd really struggle. So we brought somebody else in, and that means that we now have obviously a few strikers that can play up front for us. Mertens will be the main one, but obviously we do have Milik and also the new striker Pulisic that we just brought in. So very happy about that. Gives us a range of different players. Pulisic obviously much taller but still fast, so will be good in the air as well as hopefully good at going behind as well. So overall, pretty happy with the business that we've done. I think just bringing in 3-4 players, I think, into the squad. It did need to be bulked up a little, but I think actually the squad size is pretty good now. And so that means I have no intentions of bringing anybody else in the final 10 hours. Let's see though whether we will sell anybody. I'm maybe looking at offers. Is it for Giaccherini? Is it Giaccherini or something like that? Can't pronounce his name as ever, but he might be someone that we let go during the final sort of 8 hours that we have left. We'll wait and see what bids come in anyway, because I can't see him playing a massive role in the squad this season. You can see there we've spent £62.1 million and we've actually sold £13.6 million worth of players. So not done too badly there. Obviously spent much more, but that's okay. We had to do it, to be honest, to try and add to the team. Another poor bid in for Gulam. Don't know why they're even bothering, to be honest. Just going to reject that one again. Bid in actually for Giaccherini, and it's £8 million, I think. We did actually have a £10 million bid that came in before, or we tried to negotiate. Was it 10 or something? Not really too sure what happened there. But we do have an £8 million bid coming in for him very late on in this transfer window. £8 million isn't that great, to be honest. I know it's obviously £7 million how much it's worth, but to be honest, if the bid's not going to be that great, then we'll just leave it until January. I'm no sort of desperate need to try and sell him. Obviously, we're happy to have an extra player in the squad, so we won't bother. We'll just leave it, and we'll see what happens come January. And that will conclude transfer deadline day and the transfer window. So we got through it in 2 episodes, which is pretty quick actually for me. Usually takes a lot longer, but very happy about that. You can see first player of the month is also from one of our players as well, which is great to see. Not too sure which player it is though. I'm not quite got used to the players' faces just yet. Who is it that's one player of the month? It's Mertens. Okay, that's who it's supposed to be. Mertens wins player of the month. Not really too surprised by that. He has put in a few good performances so far, and we finished this episode top of the league as well, 6 points from 2 games. So a great start to the season for us. Milan there in 3rd, also on 6 points as well. We'll take a look at these emails before we end things here. It's just transfer deadline day has ended, and a squad report as well to come in for our youth academy. We're going to take a look and see whether there's any players that stand out in particular to begin with. Yeah, certainly got a few decent youngsters. I'm happy about that. So we'll release this guy, though, who doesn't look good enough. Okay, that's everything for this episode. Obviously, we finished on September the 1st, currently in an international break. So we'll get through into some more games after the players have had a little bit of a rest, or after they've played international games. Hopefully no injuries as well. You can see the games that we have coming up. Shakhtar will be very interesting next episode, our first Champions League game for us to play. We've also got Man City next month as well, which will be one I'm excited for. But that's everything for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 100 likes on the second episode of the Napoli career, then I'd really appreciate it. Also, feel free, if you're new to the channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, to go ahead, hit the subscribe button as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you all so much for the support, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.